Hello, and welcome to your Mississippi election update. Recently, Mississippi's political elites and their supporters have been claiming Republicans could split the vote this November and deliver Thad Cochran's Senate seat to a Democrat. Newsflash: unless Mississippi elects a Democrat calling herself a Republican, Mississippi will never go blue. Stay tuned. Over the next 2 minutes, I'll debunk that myth and prove why Mississippi will send a Republican to D.C. Here are the facts. There are 2 U.S. Senate elections on November 6th. First, Senator Roger Wicker is running for re-election against Democrat David Berria. That race is a standard general election matchup between a Republican and a Democrat. The second is special election primary to select a new senator to replace Thad Cochran. This special election primary is required by law due to the early retirement of Senator Thad Cochran. Because of this unique situation, on November 6th, Mississippians will see a slightly different looking ballot than they're used to. For this special election primary, instead of receiving a different ballot for each party, where Republican voters choose among Republican candidates and Democrats among Democrats, all 4 U.S. Senate candidates seeking to replace Thad Cochran will be listed on a general ballot, without party affiliation. Now, this part is key. Unless one of the candidates wins more than 50% of the vote, there will be a runoff election. And let me just tell y'all, the day Mississippi exterminates every last fire ant and mosquito will be the day a Democrat wins 50% in Mississippi. It's just not going to happen. We're going into a runoff on November 27th. Instead of winning outright on November 6th, the top 2 vote getters in the November 6th special election primary will face off in a general runoff election held on November 27th, even if those 2 candidates are both from the same political party. Now, there is an outside chance Democrat Mike Espy could fall out of the top 2 and fail to make the runoff, but that's very unlikely. It comes down to this. No matter how much wishing and hoping and praying the Democrats do, if Democrat Mike Espy gets into the runoff, he will face a Republican, either Chris McDaniel or Cindy Hyde-Smith, in a very red Republican state. Simply put, the math just doesn't work in the Democrats' favor. Here are the numbers. In Mississippi, Democrats represent just 40% of voters. Republican voters make up the remaining 60%. So it was no surprise that Trump won 59% in Mississippi and Hillary Clinton won just 41%. So in this special election primary on November 6th, it is most likely that Democrat Mike Espy will be one of the top 2 vote getters. That means Republicans basically elect their party nominee and eventual U.S. Senator on November 6th. Mississippi has a very important choice to make. Republicans can either choose a lifelong Democrat to represent them against Mike Espy, or Mississippians can choose conservative fighter Chris McDaniel to represent them in D.C. This has been your Mississippi election update. We'll see you next time.